Hi everybody and welcome to XYZ of Betting. I've got Shakes Rampetti, Oliver Keohane and myself, Kevin Ferguson. How are you guys?
Shakes?
Well, I'm good, guys. How are you guys? Long time, man.
Yeah, it's been a 10-day international break and we're back to start the last 80% of the Premier League.
Means my count just hasn't been going down for the last 10 days.
That's true, eh?
So happy days.
We are all tied on 31 correct predictions, eh?
31 so far after 8 rounds.
Yeah, a long race. Another 30 rounds to go.
Yeah.
And what's your bank balance, guys?
I've clawed my way back up to 12,470. I obviously started on 13.
Yeah.
Went up pretty strongly in the first 2 weeks and then I think hit an all-time low of like 10.8 the other day or something. So I've managed to get back up to 12,500 thanks to a late night tip from you actually. Kev messaged me last night saying you got to take Belgium at 1.73. So I put 800 Rand down and won back 1.4 on them there and managed to get some respectability going again.
And I was out last night having a drink with your pops, and I pressed the wrong button on the bet. I pressed a first half win, so I'm glad everybody else won.
Unfortunate.
One too many tequilas, Shakes. Where's your account, bud?
Yeah, that seems like it was quite a night last night that you had. My account is currently sitting on 11,500. Remember, Banyana made me some decent money, and then I placed a bet on Bafana to, I think it was a handicap -3 or something against South Sume, and obviously that was not the case. And I think that was a sign for me to say no international football for me, and that was the last game I ever bet on. And I think I'd rather go into the Premier League sitting like this.
Yeah, this is a much better form guide to guide us. Not that we've always had the greatest success this season. I mean, the Premier League's the toughest league in the world, and it's certainly proving to be this way. It's certainly proving to be that way this year more than any. I mean, we've got Man City, Arsenal, and I think Man United in the bottom half of the table.
Yeah.
And we've got the likes of Aston Villa, Leicester, Southampton, all occupying.
We've got Spurs top, Leicester top of the table at the moment, Spurs second.
Yeah, no, it's
When
great.
was the last time that happened?
Well, I've seen it before after one game, but not after 8 games.
Yeah.
So we've got some interesting games this weekend, and some decent value propositions, I think. Newcastle versus Chelsea. Let's just get into it and give our predictions. Shakes, let's start with you, mate.
Yeah, obviously it's been a while that they've last played. I think Chelsea were on a good momentum, without a doubt, compared to what Newcastle was like. And I think they found their rhythm. I think Chelsea found their rhythm, and I think Newcastle are just not going to be too strong for them. So I'm going to go with the Chelsea. Even I'll give them a clean sheet. I think I'll say Chelsea 2-0 win.
Yeah, I like the fact that Chelsea are finally doing justice to that squad of players that they have and that they're scoring goals. They put Sheffield United away 4-1. I mean, anyone should be putting Sheffield United away, but 4 goals still a good number to amass. So I like Chelsea straight 3-0 this weekend.
Yeah, I think it's a tough fixture because Newcastle haven't been as bad as I thought they were going to be, and Chelsea started to gel. And what I was saying about Frank Lampard at the beginning of the season, I'm changing my opinion about how he's managed that team and that squad. They've scored 20 goals, they've only conceded 10, and they're certainly a team that's gelling, and they've got the depth in that squad to compete for many trophies this year. But I like them to win that game 2-1.
Yeah. We're seeing already what depth does to a team. You look at what's happened sort of at Everton, what could happen at Aston Villa where Grealish and Ollie Watkins out, So yeah, if you've got the depth, you've already got a better chance.
Yeah, for sure. Especially with only 3 substitutes being allowed. And the games just come. It seems like there's a football game on every single night.
Yeah. I mean, there is pretty much.
Look, I mean, there is talks that they want the 5-sub rule to come back, and I think everybody's starting to buy into it a little bit now. People thought that maybe Klopp and Pep just wanted advantages with regards to the 5-sub rule, but I think people are now sort of getting into the whole maybe 5 subs are needed with all the fixture congestion that's around.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because it'll certainly benefit the larger clubs, the likes of a Chelsea. But when you make 5 substitutions in a game, it does have its negative connotations as well in terms of the flow and structure, and making that many, being allowed to make that many subs, and making that many subs, not always the best for the flow of a football game.
Yeah.
Sorry, Shakes. Aston Villa versus Brighton and Hove Albion.
Who wants to start this one?
I tell you guys, I cannot believe that the odds on Betway for Aston Villa to win at home against Brighton is 2.23. Unbelievable.
We said this. We said the exact same thing, Shakes.
Yeah.
Exact same thing. I mean, let's. There's great value in that bet, huh?
Sure.
Yeah, no, great value. I mean, Brighton have not won any of their last 5 games. They play really good football, but they're not getting any wins. And I'm going Aston Villa straight on this one. I think Aston Villa probably will just nick it because Brighton don't get beat heavily because they play so well. So I probably will say Aston Villa 2-1.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with Shakes there, 2-1.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the trifecta and 2-1 as well. I mean, at 2.23. It's a great bet, and it's the right bet to make.
Yeah, you look at Aston Villa too, and like they showed against Arsenal by beating them that they play clever football. They're capable of playing clever football. Arsenal weren't terrible. They just were unable to adapt to something outside of their game plan. And all Aston Villa did was flood that midfield and just expose their deficiencies there, which just I think points to good managing and good structural play.
Yeah, well, I think they made some good signings, and Ross Barkley hasn't hurt, and they've got better balance than last year, and they certainly can, on paper and from what I've seen, will beat some of the top 6 clubs this year, and they should beat most of the bottom 10.
Yeah.
So they'll be certainly fighting for a place, possibly in Europe, in terms of the top 6 teams qualify for Europe, Shakes.
Yeah, so it's the top 6 teams that qualify, and then depending on who wins the FA Cup. So if let's say Liverpool win the league and win the FA Cup, then 7th place would get the qualifying stages. But if I'm 7th and I win the FA Cup, then I qualify for Europe, just like Arsenal did when they finished 8th last season, and the 7th place team missed out on the competition place.
Okay, cool. Thanks for that, Shakes. We got Tottenham versus Man City, which is a very intriguing game, huh?
Yeah.
And guys, I don't know if you guys are seeing this. I don't know if Betway are feeling generous this weekend, because even Tottenham, their odds 4.1.
Yeah.
and don't get me wrong. I'm not saying City are like the easiest team to play, but I'm just City have not looked the same. They've really not looked the same. I mean, look, both teams haven't lost in their last 5 games. So if I had to, I'd probably would say draw. Yeah, I'll give it a draw. But that Tottenham bet, just throw $100 at it, wouldn't be so bad, I think. But I'll go a draw on this one, 1-1.
Yeah, I was thinking either a 1-1 or a 2-2 draw. But you said to me in the Rugby World Cup last year, if there's a 50-50 coin toss and the odds are 4.1 for the one side, you can't not take it, So
did I say that? Did I have the?
Yeah, you did. I think it was the England New Zealand game, and England were 3-1 in the semi-final.
Yeah,
and you said it's evenly stacked. You got to take that England bet, and England ended up pumping them.
Yeah.
So this is an interesting one. I mean, it's Pep up against Mourinho, big one for Jose's ego. I think Tottenham are at home. They have looked better in terms of scoring goals and.
Well, their whole axis of attack is built around Song and Kane. I think they've got 15 goals and 10 assists between them, and that's quite good production.
Yeah, and I mean you can't say the same for City. And you look at their injury problems too. Aguero's out again.
Fernandinho,
Lamela, I think. Lamella's Spurs on Spurs side. but City facing like 3 or 4 injuries. So
yeah, and Tottenham have scored 19 goals. So it's 20 is the benchmark top in the Premier League. So they score goals. Jakes, I really agree. Hey, when you see that 4.1 jumping out at you, it's a good bet. It's a good bet. But saying that, I do like the draw as well. I think that I see 1-1. I see 1-1 or Tottenham win. I don't see a Man City winning this game.
Yeah, I definitely would agree with you guys. I think I see the draw, but that 4.1 on Spurs, because they did beat them last season, guys. If everybody remembers well, they did beat Manchester City at home last season. So, could it happen again? Possibly, but I think it will be 1-1.
Guys, a double chance on Tottenham or a draw is at 1.97.
It's too low for me.
1.7.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'd rather take the 4.1 and for a win.
Sure. Man United West Brom, that's a game I'm not gonna bet on, because I feel like people will be going for United at 1.33, chucking them somewhere in their multi-bet, and then they're gonna draw 2-2 to West Brom.
Yeah, this one's one of those unappealing games for me.
I think 2-0 United's my call.
I'm actually gonna go with an unorthodox result on this one. I don't know. My gut feeling is telling me something else. United have not won a single game at Old Trafford this season.
Really?
Unbelievably. And they've played 4 games already, and they've conceded about, it looks like here, 10 goals already at home. I don't think they're going to lose to West Brom, but I don't think they're going to win either. So I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw on this one.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is very... what are the odds on that, Jakes? It must be some good odds on a 2-2.
5.35 there.
5.3 for a 2-2.
Oh, for a 2-2, I'm not sure. Just a draw outright is 5.35.
Yeah. Look, I mean, Murphy's Law states that Man United have to win one at home at some stage. And if they don't do it against West... if they don't accomplish that against West Brom, then they shouldn't be... they can kick any European aspirations that they have out the window. So I'm going to back Man United to win this game 2-0.
Well, if anybody is interested, the odds on 2-2 for the correct result is 19.08.
No.
Put a tickle down. Put down a tickle.
Why not?
Why not?